welcome back to Vedantu Malayalam channel. I'm Sana Khan, your maths master teacher from Vedantu, and I am here with lots of tips and strategies for you guys before your KEAM exam so that you prepare in the best way possible. And today I have brought a very interesting and a very special session which is going to help you solve the numerical problems in your KEAM Maths exam super quickly. So are you guys ready and excited? Let me know in the chat box quickly. Also, if you are new on the channel, don't forget to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you will never get to know what all amazing things have been planned on this channel for you, right? So do hit the like button if you enjoyed today's class and subscribe for more videos. Every day we are doing Minnal KEAM series, that is the marathon series for you, where every day we will be revising every chapters, doing the PYQs and what not. Alright, so let's begin today's discussion, that how and why are we afraid of the numerical problems and what is the solution of it? Now, are you also afraid of doing maths? Are you also somebody who is like, why is KEAM having so much of maths weightage? 120 question asked every year, why? So, if you are somebody who thinks like that, well, I know it can be tricky because sometimes we don't know the formulas, sometimes we don't know, we do silly mistakes, sometimes we don't know how to apply the formula to the particular question. So there are lots of problems, and with the KEAM exam approaching, solving numerical problems is one of our biggest tasks. So let's see what can help us to do it in the best way possible. Number one, it is super duper important to first understand the concept. See, if you only memorize the formula and you think that you will be able to solve all the mathematical problems, it is absolutely false. You can never do that, okay? Without understanding the concepts, if the question comes in a tricky manner, in a different manner, will you be able to apply the formula? No, you will not be able to apply the formula, okay? So, sometimes you'll have twisted questions, you'll not have direct questions. So knowledge and concept becomes super important at this time, okay? So you should have a complete understanding of the topic, then only you'll be able to do each and every numerical problem in the exam, okay? Next, not reading the question carefully is one of the biggest mistakes we do. Why? Because sometimes we read half question and we think, oh, we know this, and we quickly start solving it. And later on we get to realize that, oh my god, the question was not asking this particular thing. It was asking one step ahead of that, and the time is gone and we are not able to do it at that moment, right? So we have to avoid that. And how can we avoid that? We should always read the complete question. We should always try to understand with the question mark what it is asking. How should I approach it? Okay. So read all the questions very, very carefully. Next is, always start with jotting down the given data. Maths has like one single approach to every problem. And what is that? Always start with what is given. Then you write what do you want to find out. And then you write down the approach to it. Okay. So problems can never be solved without the given data. And sometimes there are not direct formula based. So this given data only helps you analyze and realize what is the question asking, or how can I approach it. This how part will always be given by the given part. Suppose they have given you a point and they have given you a parallel line, and then they ask you the line of the equation. So if you look at what is given, you know, a point is given, a parallel line is given. Now parallel line and this line will have same slope. So from here slope can be taken out, and from there you automatically form the equation. So once you analyze what is given, you automatically know the approach to the question. So given data is utmost important. Okay. Next, breaking down the problem. Never, it's like all the questions can be solved in a one single approach. Okay. Sometimes it will happen that I'm giving you a very basic example. Sometimes it happens. They give you perimeter and they ask you area. Can you find out area from perimeter? No. First, you will find out the side of the square. From this side of the square, you will find the area. So you have to break down the problem. That whatever is given, what can I take out? Now, once I have taken this value, can I find the answer? So it will have a breakdown approach, that if directly you are not able to apply the formula, directly you are not able to solve the question, then maybe there is something which you can find out from the given data, and then you can use it to find out whatever is asked in the question. That is breaking the problem. And in a lots of problems, you will have to use this approach. You will have to use this approach. Okay, so whenever there is a complex problem and you feel it is not formula based, just think, what can you find out from the given data? Break the problem. Then you, after finding out, then you approach. From this, can I approach my solution? Okay, next. Use diagrams to understand the problem. So in yesterday's class, when we learned 2D geometry, didn't we realize that once we make the diagram, we understand that, okay, it is talking about major axis, minor axis, or okay, we understand that our parabola looks like this, or it looks like this, or it will be y square is equal to 4ax or y square is equal to minus 4ax. How will you know that? Once you make the diagram, only then you will be able to realize that how you are going to approach the question. Similarly, if they say a triangle is inscribed a circle or a circle is inscribed a triangle, so once you draw the diagram, draw the center, then you think like, okay, we can find centroid, okay, we can find the radius, this and that. So it is very important, especially in 2D geometry and 3D geometry, that you draw diagrams which will give you an idea how to approach the question. Okay. Next is, check for the units, please. Major mistake you are going to do in physics and maths is that unit conversion is missing out. So basically, many a times they will give you that some values are given in kilometer, speed is given in meter per second. Then if you don't convert distance and speed into same unit, whatever time you find out will be wrong, will not match the options, because this unit and this unit is different. So you have to check the units. They are the major source of silly mistakes in the exam, and even if you solve it completely correct, you will be like, why am I not getting answer? And then your time will be wasted. So do check for the units. Next, learn shortcuts. In every Minnal KEAM series, whenever I am helping you, whenever we are solving the previous year questions, I am telling you shortcuts, because suppose they are asking you center of the parabola, or they are asking you center of the ellipse. Okay, then no need to find out what is a square, what is b square. Once you know what is like, once you have got x minus h whole square value, y minus k whole square value. So you know h and k are the centers. Why do you need a square and b square? You don't need the complete equation. You just need h and k value. So focus only on that. So once you have found out h and k, stop then and there. So these are the shortcuts that you need to know, that will save your time. Every time you don't need to solve everything. Okay, you don't need to find the complete equation. Always look for shortcuts. Always look for what is asked, that much is enough. No need to complete it and then think, oh, now this will be center. Okay. Next, memorize the formulas again and again and again and again. I am telling you, in our Telegram channel, I am sending you notes every day for every chapter. Memorize all those formulas, because KEAM is of course 120 questions in a very limited time. So if you don't memorize the formula, then how will you attempt so many questions in a short span of time? You will need time. You will need time to think about those questions which you are not able to directly do. So how will you save that time? Only if you remember each and every formula, only then you will be able to approach the question. Sometimes in one question, 2-3 formulas are combinedly used. So how will you do those questions? Only if you know all the formulas, then only you can combine all of them, right? So memorize each and every formula and use them to basically solve the complete question. Okay, next, remember the direct values. Again and again I'm telling this to you guys, all the trigonometric values, square and square root values, cubes and cube root values, memorize the direct values. Never be like, okay, in the exam I will find out 4 cube is 4 into 4 into 4. You should remember what is 4 cube. Okay, at least 1 to 20. Remember all the cubes. Remember all the squares. Remember all the shortcuts to find out square of other number. Remember the divisibility rules. All of this you should remember. Okay, next, use elimination technique. See, the general formula for any MCQ solution is to basically enhance the chances of answering the correct question. So sometimes when we are not able to solve a particular question, or we are not able to basically remember the exact formula, what we can do is we can look at the options, try to eliminate the options, and then think in the direction of the options. So sometimes if they ask you equations of line, if they ask you whether what type of solutions you have, so just looking at the options you can basically eliminate. Suppose you got the center of the circle, then you can cross check whether you need to find radius or just by center of the circle you have the answer. So it will save your time, right? And it will also sometimes help you to do a good guess if you are confused between two options. Now how can you eliminate the options? Simple. Whichever is looking very, very odd, eliminate it. Whichever is not coming close to your answer, eliminate it, and then you can guess, right? Next, always cross-check your answer, especially in the chapters like matrices, determinants, which have so much important calculation going on. Every step, every calculation is so complex. So at that time, keep cross-checking the line you have written. Because if you do mistake in one line, next statement will be wrong. Again, the whole answer will be wrong. So entire time will be wasted, marks will be wasted. It will result in negative marking. So always cross check. So whenever there is lot of calculations going on, cross check every step. Don't check at the end. At the end, you will never realize where did you do the mistake. Always cross check, then solve. Cross check, then solve. Cross check, then solve. Okay. So please cross check your answer when there is a lengthy calculation problem, especially at the beginning. Okay. Next, practice is the key to success. You have heard it a lot of times, but especially for KEAM exam, practice is actually the key to success. There are so many problems that if you look at them, you're like, oh, I will remember the formula, I will put it, I'll solve it. But when you go solving it, you get stuck somewhere. That after this step, what am I supposed to do? Because you never practiced it. And plus, if you don't practice the PYQs or the sample papers, how will you know how much time is required by solving every question? How much time you should spend in the ABC strategy? Questions you know, questions you don't know, questions you don't know at all. How much time you spend? You will get the idea only when you practice the paper. Okay. So at least one sample paper, one PYQ in exact 2.5 hours you should practice. And the problems which you feel that you have never solved before, please practice those problems while learning the topic itself. Otherwise, you may not be able to solve it in the exam. Okay? So, keeping all these points in mind, don't stress. Just do your best and forget the rest. So basically, if you follow all these tips, then solving numerical problems will be super easy for your maths exam. And don't worry, I'm there for you. I will be helping you out in this entire week with the Minnal KEAM series for your KEAM preparation. Good luck, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want more such tips and tricks for your KEAM exam preparation, and the Minnal KEAM series will help you revise the entire syllabus. Alright, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed, do hit the like button. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.